Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. This is Ashwin Ramani, your research analyst at SBI Securities. I hope I'm audible and I hope you all are able to see my screen. If you all can give me a heads up in the chat box. अगर मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो, so that I know you all are with me live in the session. I see that people are joining in, so we'll just wait for a couple of minutes until people join and settle in, and then we should be good to go with today's session on two legs bullish option strategies. Vishnu ji, hi, good evening. Sachin ji saying audible and visible. Perfect. Hello to you as well. Murthy ji, good evening. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes and then we will start with the webinar today. Okay. So till people join in, so before we start off with the session today, I would just like to ask you all one thing. How many of you all are familiar with option strategies? If you all can let me know in the chat box. Especially, so today we will discuss about two simple strategies. One is your debit spread strategy and the other one is your credit spread strategy. But before that, how many of you all are familiar with option strategies? आप मुझे एक बार chat box में comment करके बता सकते हो, so that I know where you all also stand in terms of understanding your. So we have already done a lot of option strategies webinar earlier, but this was a special request for me to conduct two-leg bullish strategy. So first, so I thought, why not, again start from the basics. पहले हम लोग 2 leg strategies देखेंगे, then we will move to 3 legs, then we will move to 4 legs, and then we will even go to 6 leg strategies. So you have Batman and all these advanced strategies that are part of 6 leg strategies, and then you have bull call spreads, bull put spreads, strangles, straddles. Those are part of your 2 legs. Then you have ratio spreads, front spread, back spread. These are all your 3 leg strategies. Then you have butterflies, condors. These are all your 4 leg strategies. Then you have Batman and, all these strategies that are your almost 6 leg strategies. And then we have future option combo strategy as well. Okay. So today's discussion will be on bullish strategy. So we'll discuss two strategies. One is your bull call spread. That is your debit spread strategy. And the other one is your bull put spread. That is again a bullish option strategy. But that is your credit spread here. But can anyone tell me, guys, what is the difference between a debit spread strategy and a credit spread strategy? For the ones who already know, or if you are new, I'm sure, I think you're learning it for the first time. But for the ones who already know about option strategies, can anyone tell me the difference between a debit spread and a credit spread option strategy? So whenever I use the term spreads, it means there has to be like more than one leg to that strategy. Spread is usually created by having 2 legs. Great. Sachin ji is saying premium received and premium paid. So अगर आपका buy sell करके अगर आपका जो premium है वो net receivable है, that is your credit spread strategy. But अगर buy sell करके अगर आपका जो net premium है, if that is payable, then that is called as your debit spread strategy. So that is a basic difference between what a debit spread and what a credit spread is. Now, perfect. Now, can anyone tell me when do we use a bull call spread and when do we use a bull put spread? So one important criteria for that is to check if the volatility is high or low. Now, to check whether the volatility is high or low, one important parameter to check that is by using IVP, which is called as implied volatility percentile. So if you go to Opstra, and we discussed this in today's mid-market session as well. So if you go to Opstra, if you go to options dashboard, you will see Nifty's IV is at 9.62 and the current IVP for Nifty is 0.4. So can anyone tell me what does this mean? अगर implied volatility percentile 0.4% है और निफ्टी का IV अभी 9.62 है, can anyone tell me उसका क्या मतलब होता है? What does that mean? Whether Nifty is trading at the lower end of its historical volatility or whether Nifty's volatility is high at the current juncture. How is the interpretation of IVP done? Again, if you all can let me know in the chat box. So let's keep it engaging, guys. Let's keep it interactive because I'll be asking you all a lot of questions and you all can just keep typing out in the comment box so that I know whether you are thinking in the right direction or not. So IVP of 0.4% means that only less than 0.4% of the times in the last 1 year, the IV of Nifty has been less than 9.62%. That is only 0.4% times in the last 1 year, not even 1% of the days of the last 1 year where Nifty's IV was less than 9.62. It means almost 99.6% of the times in the last 1 year, the IV has been above 9.62 only. It has never been 9.62 or below. So the basic interpretation for this is the fact that the current IV for Nifty is at the lower end of its historical volatility year. Similarly, if you look at Bank Nifty, IVP is 4. That means only 4% of the times when in the last 1 year, the IV of Bank Nifty has been 11.09 or less than 11.09. But 96% of the times in the last 1 year, the IV of Bank Nifty has been above 11. So we can infer that both Bank Nifty and Nifty's IVP are at the lower end of its historical volatility. तो IV लो है दोनों का, निफ्टी का और बैंक निफ्टी का. So whenever IV is low and you expect the IV to rise going further, what is an ideal strategy to be used? Would you go for a debit spread or would you go for a credit spread? If you all can let me know in the chat box. For example, अगर IV low है and you expect implied volatility to rise going forward, what kind of strategies are suitable to take advantage of rise in volatility going forward? Whether it's the debit spread strategies like your bull call spread or whether it's your credit spread strategy. It's exactly. So whenever the IV is low, we go for a debit spread. Because आगे जाके अगर IV बढ़ेगा तो प्रीमियम्स भी बढ़ेंगे जिसके वजह से आपका जो डेबिट स्प्रेड स्ट्रेटजीज है दैट कैन बेनिफिट. Similarly, when IV is high, when the IV is extremely high, when the premiums are already very expensive because the IV is already high, and you expect that the volatility is going to crush or there is going to be a cool off in the volatility, that is the time when credit spreads work. Because when volatility crush happens, your premium also goes down a bit, and hence if you are a net receivable agar credit spread hai, those are the strategies that actually work in that period. Okay, so like we just discussed the difference between credit spreads and debit spreads. So we are just going to discuss two bullish strategies. See, even in a low volatile environment, if your view is bullish, there is still a strategy for it, that is bull call spread. Even in a high IV environment, even if your direction is bullish, there is a different strategy for that. It's a bullish strategy only, but it's a credit spread strategy, which is called as your bull put spread. So using which strategy is very important. Before that, it's very important for you to know what is the volatility for that particular stock, or index as well. Agar volatility low hai, you go for debit spreads. Volatility high hai, so you go for credit spreads here. But when the volatility is already high and if your view is bullish, don't go for a debit spread, because agar volatility high hai और IV crush होने वाला है, अगर आपने डेबिट स्प्रेड लिया, प्रीमियम्स भी कम होंगे, तो डेबिट स्प्रेड इज नॉट गोइंग टू मेक यू मनी इवन इफ योर डायरेक्शन इज राइट. दैट इज व्हाई आपने देखा होगा अगर आपका डायरेक्शन राइट भी है फिर भी आप सोचते होंगे अरे मेरा प्रीमियम्स क्यों मूव नहीं हो रहा है. So one thing that a lot of people miss is the fact that they don't look at volatility. They don't know whether volatility अभी lowest end पे है या highest end पे. So whenever you are deploying any strategies, it's always better that you check whether the IV is at the lowest end or at the highest end, and then have a direction, and it's also very important to have a direction. Bullish hai, so you have low volatility bullish strategy, high volatility bullish strategy as well. Clear? So when to deploy credit spreads and debit spreads, like we just discussed, when the IV is high, chances are that volatility is going to cool off. And if your view is bullish, you go for a bull put spread. And if your IV is low and chances are that volatility is likely to rise, and if your view is bullish, you can opt for a bull call spread here. Now, first, let us discuss what is a bull call spread strategy. Now, can anyone tell me how do we create a bull call spread strategy? Now, bull call spread strategy and bull put spread, these are all two-leg option strategies. Both the option strategies consist of two legs. So there will be one buy order and there will be one simultaneous sell order as well. So if I want to deploy a bull call spread, can you all tell me what is the composition of that particular strategy? Nifty today, it's closed at what price? 25,046. And let's say Nifty is closing today is at 25,046. And I want to create a 200 points bull call spread strategy because one, my volatility is low. So when the volatility is low and I expect volatility to rise, I should go for a debit spread strategy. My view is bullish, and a bullish debit spread strategy, a two-leg strategy, the best option would be to go for a bull call spread. Now, 25,046 is where the spot price is. Now, how do you create a 200 points bull call spread strategy? Can you all tell me which strike would you buy and which strike would you sell if the current market price for Nifty is 25,046? And if I want to create a 200 point spread? Very good. Sachin ji and Arish ji are saying you buy an at the money call and you sell an out of the money call here. At the money call, that is that strike that is nearer to the current market price. And out of the money call is that strike that is far away from the current market price. And in the money call is that strike that is below the current market price here. So 25,046. And I want to create a 200 points. So as Sachin ji has said, you can do a 25,000 call buy and a 25,200 call sell. Or similarly, if you are considering those 50s, you can even do a 25,050 call buy or 25,250 call sell. So there is no hard and fast rule कि आपको 100 points, 200 points, 300 points spread ही करना है या हर time 200 points ही करना है. That is completely dependent on what you are comfortable with. आपको 50 points का spread करना है या 100 का करना है या 200 का करना है. But don't go too far. Like don't create a like 300 or 400 point spread. Maximum you can go is until 300. But you can stick somewhere in the range of 50 to 100 to 200 points. I think not more than that. So like you all rightly said, in a bull call spread, so let me open my Excel. Let me know guys if you are able to see my Excel screen. आप मुझे एक बार chat box में बता सकते हो if my Excel screen is visible. That doesn't matter. See, of course, you have to understand. So global market volatility will have an impact on the direction for the domestic markets. But I'm talking about stock specific or index specific volatility. कि अगर आपको निफ्टी में ट्रेड करना है तो आपको निफ्टी का आईवी जानना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है बिकॉज आप निफ्टी का जो कॉल है उसको आप बाई सेल करते हो. ग्लोबल वॉलिटिलिटी कैन हैव एन इम्पैक्ट ऑन विच डायरेक्शन डू यू वांट टू ट्रेड, whereas stock and index specific volatility is different. ठीक है. अरे मित्तल जी आ गए. मित्तल जी आपके लिए खास मैंने आज टू लेग बुलिश ऑप्शन स्ट्रेटजीज वेबिनार रखा है. मैं वही सोच रहा था मित्तल जी ने इतना रिक्वेस्ट किया और मित्तल जी अभी तक सेशन में आए नहीं. Okay, chalo, nevertheless, so let's start with bull call spread. So we know the current expiry is going to be on the 14th of October. That is the next Tuesday. And Nifty's current market price is at 25,046. And I want to create a bull call spread. So how do I do? You buy an at the money call and you sell an out of the money call here. So यहाँ पे मैंने 200 points का spread लिया है. So यहाँ पे I've considered 25,050. That is my at the money. जिसका premium is 105. So where did I get this 105 from? So I'll go to option chain. So you can go to NSE India website. You can go to option chain. Go to 14th October expiry. If you see 25,050, it's at 107. So so I'll change it here. It's 107. And 25,250, that is your out of the money strike price that is far away from the current market price. That is 36. So I'll write 36 here. So when I buy, the premium goes out of my pocket. So this is paid, and when I sell, I receive premium. So this is received your correct. So you buy at the money call for 107, you sold out of the money call 25,250 for 36. So इसमें आपका net payable आएगा या net receivable आएगा? If you all can let me know in the chat box. You have bought 25,050 for 107 and you have sold 25,250 for 36. So your net comes to 71 points. ये 71 आपका positive figure है. So you have paid more than what you have received. And that is why it's called as your debit spread, because यहाँ पे आपका net payable आता है. So whenever there is net payable, then that means it's a debit spread. But वही अगर आप plus minus करके net figure अगर negative आता, then that means it's a credit spread strategy. So you paid 107, you received 36. So your net payable is not 107. अगर आप सिर्फ 25,050 का कॉल लेते तो आपके जेब से 107 जाता, बट क्योंकि आपने हेज किया है, आपका जो कॉस्ट है उसको आपने कम किया है बाय सेल करके, and your net cost comes to 71. And the lot size for Nifty is 75. So your maximum loss will be whatever you have paid into the lot size. So even if your strategy goes wrong, आपका व्यू बुलिश है और मान लो मार्केट उल्टा चला गया, सो आपको नुकसान होगा, एंड दैट मैक्सिमम जो लॉस होगा दैट विल बी लिमिटेड टू योर नेट पेबल, दैट इज 71. सो 71 into 75, that is 5,325. Yes, Murthy ji, for now it is 75. I think from December onwards, I think December 3rd, if I'm not wrong, lot size will go to 65 now. From 75 it is reduced to 65. But I'm not sure, it is somewhere in December 3rd contract. I think that is from when the lot size of 65 will be applicable. Clear? So we'll come to the capital required. So is the strategy composition clear, guys? आप मुझे एक बार chat box में comment करके बता सकते हो. All good until now? I hope you all are with me live in the session. So we'll go step by step. पहले हमने strategy का composition देखा, पहले buy करना है, sell करना है, net payable है. एंड हमने ये भी देखा कि मैक्सिमम लॉसेस आपका जो भी नेट पेएबल है मल्टीप्लाई बाय द लॉट साइज, दैट इज योर मैक्सिमम लॉस योर. ओके, सो नाउ वील गो टू द सिनेरियो एनालिसिस. सो व्हाट कैन हैपन. निफ्टी अभी 25,046 में है. 14 अक्टूबर तक क्या क्या हो सकता है? 3 पॉसिबिलिटीज. निफ्टी कैन स्टे एट द सेम लेवल. इट कैन नीदर गो अप, इट कैन नीदर गो डाउन. सेकेंडली, इट कैन गो अप. Thirdly, it can go down. There are only 3 possibilities for Nifty. So here I have considered the possible scenarios. So first leg is 25,050 call buy. Second leg is 25,250 call sell. Acha guys, tell me in terms of order placing, which order will go first and which order will go second? See, with our SBI Securities, में अगर आपने strategy builder देखा, I'll soon have a session on that. But with the help of strategy builder on our app, I think even the order placing and all gets sorted. So we'll have a separate discussion on the strategy builder that is available on the app. If you remember, we were supposed to do it last Tuesday, but due to a technical difficulty, we were not able to do that. But nevertheless, generally, अगर आपको normally buy sell करना है, एक spread आपको manually create करना है, so always your lower margin order, that is your buy option order, that will go first. And your higher margin order, that is your sell option, that will go second. That is the order placing that you have to take care at the time of entry. Exactly. So basket is the right way to go about option strategy. Similarly, when you are exiting the strategy, which is the leg that you should exit first and which is the leg that you should exit second? Because अगर आपने गलती से हायर मार्जिन वाला लेग पहले एग्जिट कर दिया तो आपको पेनल्टी लग सकता है. You might get a margin error. Because in order to take hedge benefit, you have to place the buy order first and then the sell order at the time of entry. If you place the sell order and then the buy order, then आपको एक margin error आ सकता है. Of course, if you already have a good amount of capital in your account, if you have around 3-4 lakhs in your account, then you won't get an margin error. But by chance, if you have only 30-40,000 in your account and you want to create a spread and you place a sell order first, then chances are that आपको एक margin error का message आ सकता है. Similarly, at the time of exit, sell order को आप पहले close करोगे. Always the higher margin जो option है, that will go first. and your lower margin will go second at the time of exit. So let's do the possible scenario analysis. You buy an at the money call, हमने 25,050 107 का. अब हम कॉल बाय करते तो हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि मार्केट ऊपर की तरफ जाना चाहिए. 25,050 प्लस 107 वो ब्रेक इवन करने के लिए और 107 पॉइंट ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा, तब जाके हमें प्रॉफिट होगा. अगर 25,050 में ही क्लोज हुआ तो पूरा प्रीमियम नुकसान जीरो हो जाएगा. अगर नीचे गया तो भी पूरा प्रीमियम नुकसान. यू विल लूज 107 पॉइंट, दैट इज द प्रीमियम दैट यू हैव पेड. लेट्स से इट गोस टू 25,250, you will gain 200 points because Nifty has moved from 25,050 to 25,250. So Nifty has moved 200 points. But is 200 your final profit? नहीं, because आपके जेब से 107 रुपया गया भी है. So your final profit is 93. Similarly, if it goes to 25,500, Nifty has moved 450 points. But क्योंकि आपके जेब से 107 रुपया गया, your net profit comes to 343. And then you multiply by the lot size and you will get the PNL for your first leg. ऑप्शन स्ट्रैटेजीज में कभी भी हम इंडिविजुअल पीएनएल नहीं देखते, हम कंबाइंड पीएनएल देखते हैं. बट ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग द इंडिविजुअल पीएनएल फर्स्ट एंड देन वी विल सी व्हाट इज द कंबाइंड पीएनएल. एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आपको कंबाइंड पीएनएल ही रिफ्लेक्ट होगा. हम इंडिविजुअल पीएनएल देख के कोई डिसीजन नहीं लेते, स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू ऑप्शन स्ट्रैटेजीज. नाउ द सेकंड लेग इज योर ओटीएम कॉल सेल, दैट इज 25,250. हमने सेल किया है. अगर हम कॉल सेल करते तो हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि मार्केट या तो वही के वही रह जाए या मार्केट वही से नीचे चला जाए, तब हमें प्रॉफिट होगा. व्हेनेवर यू आर सेलिंग कॉल्स, वी एक्सपेक्ट द मार्केट टू स्टे देयर और वी एक्सपेक्ट द मार्केट टू गो डाउन. बट बाय चांस इफ द मार्केट गोज अप, चांसेस आर दैट यू विल लूज मनी एंड सेलिंग में अनलिमिटेड लॉस है. अगर वही के वही रह जाता है 25,050, आपको पूरा 36 पॉइंट्स मिलेगा. वही अगर नीचे चला गया तो भी आपको पूरा 36 मिलेगा. बट लेट्स से इट गोज टू 25,250, तो भी आपको पूरा मिलेगा बिकॉज वही के वही क्लोज हुआ है. बट इफ इट गोज टू 25,500, आपने कॉल सेल किया और मार्केट ऊपर चला गया, so 250 is your loss, but since you have received 36, your net loss is 214, and you multiply that by 75, you will get the PNL for the second leg. अभी आपके पास फर्स्ट लेग का PNL है, आपके पास सेकंड लेग का PNL है. ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज कैलकुलेट द नेट PNL. यहाँ पे नेगेटिव, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव, सो आपका नेट नेगेटिव. यहाँ पे नेगेटिव, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव, आपका नेट नेगेटिव. कैन यू सी 5,325, दैट इज योर मैक्सिमम लॉस. और वो लॉस कब होता है? जब भी आपका व्यू बुलिश था, सो यू एक्सपेक्टेड मार्केट टू गो अबाउट 25,050, बट मार्केट क्लोज्ड बिलो 25,050, तो आपको लॉस होगा. हाउ मच विल दैट लॉस बी? दैट लॉस विल बी रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू 5,325. If you remember, we calculated this 5,325 earlier. याद है आपको हमने कहाँ पे कैलकुलेट किया था? आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो. हाउ डिड वी गेट दिस 5,325? Who can let me know in the chat box? Just 10 मिनट पहले हमने ये 5,325 कैलकुलेट किया था. Exactly. So here you see our net payable is 71. So I said your maximum loss is restricted to your net paid, that is 71, and you multiply that by 75, that is 5,325. And your maximum profit, here you can see, even if it stays at 25,050, still you will lose money. यहाँ पे भी आपका नुकसान ही होता है. Even if it stays at the same level, you will face loss. Even if it goes below, you will face loss. You will only make money above the break even. Now, how do you calculate the break even here? Break even is आपका जो at the money call buy strike है, that is 25,050. उसको उसमें आपको net premium paid जोड़ देना, that is you have to add 71 to 25,050. Now, if you add 71 to 25,050, that comes to 25,121. मतलब अगर अभी निफ्टी का प्राइस चल रहा है 25,046 और अगर आपने अभी बुल कॉल स्प्रेड डिप्लॉय किया है और निफ्टी 25,121 के ऊपर जाता है, तब जाके आपको ये स्ट्रैटेजी प्रॉफिट देखने को मिलेगा. बट एज लॉन्ग एज इट स्टेज बिलो 25,121, you will end up making a loss here, but that loss is limited. बट आपको लॉस होगा, प्रॉफिट तब होगा जब ये ब्रेक इवन के ऊपर क्लोज होगा, दैट इज 25,121. क्या आपको पूरा प्रॉफिट होगा? नहीं, बट पूरा प्रॉफिट कब होगा? जब जो हायर स्ट्राइक है 25,250, उसके ऊपर अगर एक्सपायरी में क्लोज देता है निफ्टी, दैट इज व्हेन यू विल मेक अ मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट ऑफ 9,675. So let's say अगर मैं यहाँ पे इसको 25,150 करता, so here you can see your profit comes to 2,175. If I do 25,120, you can see it is still in loss, minus 75 का loss है, because अभी तक वो break even is 25,121 and Nifty has closed at 25,120. Still you are not making money here. But let's say this goes to 25,150. तब जाके आपको यहाँ पे प्रॉफिट होता है 2,175 का. So for you to make money, the price has to go above the break even here. And if it closes above the upper strike, that is 25,250, आपको यहाँ पे maximum profit होगा. The maximum profit is around 9,675. That is based on this setup. So 5,325 ka loss, 9,675 ka profit. Now, how did we get 9,675? What was your spread difference? 200. What was your net paid? 71. So what is your balance? 200 minus 71, that is 129. If you do 129 into 75, you will get 9,675. So that is a simple way to look at आपका maximum profit क्या हो सकता है, especially when you are deploying a bull call spread. Your maximum loss is your net paid. To calculate the maximum profit, you have to take the spread difference, that is 200, minus the net paid, that is 71. So आपका balance क्या बचता है? 129. You multiply that by 75 and you get 9,675 here. Is this part clear, guys? If you all can let me know in the chat box. All good until now? Is the bull call spread strategy clear? Simple? And we'll come to the capital part. मैं आपको ऑप्स्ट्रा में भी दिखा दूंगा कि इसमें कितना कैपिटल लगता है. But I think it is somewhere around 45,000 to 60,000 is the capital that is required for you to deploy such strategies. Can we sell a strangle? You can, provided the volatility stays like that. Any spike in volatility overnight can kind of mess up your position. So let's say, Harishji, it's good in a low IV, especially when premiums are not moving, you can definitely sell a strangle. But let's say you sell a strangle and you carry forward your position, and tomorrow Mr. Trump announces something and there is a huge gap up or gap down, then that initial spike can scare you. Eventually the market might come back to that levels, but that initial spike can make you see a bigger loss on your app here. So the only worry in a low IV is you never know when that spike will come, because if that spike comes, the premium will like explode significantly. So that is the only risk that is involved, especially when it comes to strangles. Or the other safer option is to go for a butterfly. That is like you hedge your strangle with wings on either sides, that becomes your butterfly here. Again, that is a safer option, especially if you expect the volatility is likely to remain like that. आप देखो ना, निफ्टी इतना से नीचे एक रिकवरी दिया है, फिर भी आपका वॉल्टिलिटी में चेंज नहीं हुआ. इट इज जस्ट दैट पुल बैक रैली. आई मीन द प्रीमियम्स हैव नॉट बिकम वेरी एक्सपेंसिव डिस्पाइट निफ्टी मूविंग almost recovering almost 70% of the prior down move that we saw towards the last month of September. Clear, guys? Is the bull call spread part clear? आप मुझे एक बार chat box में comment करके बता सकते हो if the bull call spread strategy is clear. All good. Is the most simplest of all the option strategies that are out there. Okay, do let me know once if the bull call spread strategy is clear, and if this part is clear, now let's move to what is a bull put spread strategy. Now let's discuss a credit spread strategy. क्रेडिट स्प्रेड में हमने डिस्कस किया आपको नेट रिसीवेबल होता है. डेबिट स्प्रेड में यू गेट नेट पेबल, बट इसमें आप खरीद के बेच के आपके पास ज्यादा पैसा आता है. यू आर नेट रिसीवेबल योर. सो इन अ बुल पुट स्प्रेड, गाइस, कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज द कॉम्पोजिशन फॉर अ बुल पुट स्प्रेड? इफ यू ऑल कैन लेट मी नो इन द चैट बॉक्स. बुल कॉल स्प्रेड तो आपने बोल दिया, आपने एट द मनी कॉल बाय करना है और एक आउट ऑफ द मनी कॉल सेल करना है. सिमिलरली अब मुझे बताओ कि बुल पुट स्प्रेड हम कैसे डिप्लॉय करते हैं, क्या बेचते हैं और क्या खरीदते हैं. इट्स बेसिकली ऑपोजिट ऑफ बुल कॉल स्प्रेड ओनली, बट इसमें जो ऑप्शन टाइप है वो बस चेंज हो जाएगा. बाकी इसका एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट है बुल कॉल का बुल पुट स्प्रेड. Mind you, even bull put spread is a bullish strategy only. Bull call spread जैसा bullish है, वैसे bull put is also a bullish strategy only. Perfect. We एट द मनी हम सेल करते हैं, आउट ऑफ द मनी हम बाय करते हैं. सो हरीश जी ने थोड़ा उसको और डिटेल में बता दिया. एट द मनी पुट को हम सेल करते हैं और जो आउट ऑफ द मनी पुट है उसको हम बाय करते हैं. सो बुल पुट स्प्रेड इज, लेट मी जस्ट जूम इन. सो like I said, bull put spread is used in a high IV environment, whereas bull call spread is used in a low IV environment. So if I go to bull put spread, again Nifty is at 25,046. Let's say I want to create a 200 points a bull put spread. Ideally, not an ideal strategy in the current market environment, because currently market and IV is low, IV is not high. अगर मान लो आईवी हाई हो जाता है और आपका व्यू बुलिश है, तब जाके हम क्रेडिट स्प्रेड स्ट्रेटजीज डिप्लॉय करते हैं. एस्पेशली इन दिस टाइप ऑफ मार्केट, इवन बुल spread might not work, because if volatility is not rising, see the main condition is अभी volatility low है और आने वाले दिनों में volatility बढ़ना चाहिए. The thing is, we've been seeing volatility is almost flat since almost 2-3 weeks now. It is not moving up. So ऐसे मार्केट में अगर आप बुल कॉल स्प्रेड भी धीरे धीरे ऊपर जाएगा, but you won't have a significant loss, but let's say if it ends below the break even, the chances of you making a loss is still higher. But nevertheless, let's come to bull put spread. So we sell an at the money put. So at the money put is 25,050. जो strike is closest to the current market price, and you buy an out of the money put here. So put के लिए out of the money नीचे होता है. So 25,050. If I want to create a 200 point spread, so that is 24,850 here. So you sell 25,050, a higher strike, and you buy a lower strike, 24,850. So 25,050 ka premium is 94, and 24,850 premium is 32. So when you buy, you pay, and when you sell, you receive. So what is the net premium here? Is the net premium receivable or is the net premium payable? If you all can let me know in the chat box. आपने सेल किया है 94 रुपीस का और आपने बाई किया है 32 रुपीस का. So you have sold and received 94, and you have bought and paid 32. So your net receivable hai, and hence it's a credit spread 62. I'll come to the lot size here. So in this 62, this will be your maximum profit, 4,650. इसमें क्योंकि ये 62 रिसीवेबल है, so वहां पे क्या था, वो मैक्सिमम लॉस कैसे डिटरमाइन हुआ था, बिकॉज नेट पेबल है, राइट. सो नेट पेबल इज योर मैक्सिमम लॉस. इन क्रेडिट स्प्रेड योर नेट रिसीवेबल इज योर मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट. So 94 minus 32 is 62. So 4,650. So 75 into 62, that comes to 4,650. This is your maximum profit in this particular strategy. Now let's come to the scenario analysis part. हमने at the money put sell किया है, out of the money put buy किया है. This is 25,050 sold at 94, 24,850 bought at 32. Now if you have sold puts, you ideally want the market to stay there or the markets to move up higher. तब जाके आपको put sell में फायदा होगा. If the market stays at the same level 25,050 or it moves higher, that is when you will receive a premium of 94 rupees. But अगर 24,900 चला जाता है, मान लो 150 पॉइंट नीचे चला जाता है, so आपको लॉस होगा 150 का. But क्योंकि I receive 94, your net loss is 56. Similarly, if it goes to 24,700, you will have a loss of 350 points, but since you have received 94, your net loss is 256, and you multiply by the lot size, you will get the PNL for the first leg. Clear? Now let's come to the second leg, where you buy an out of the money put here. So which is your 24,850. You have bought by paying 32 rupees. So when you buy a put, you want markets to fall, because if the market stays there or the markets go up, you will lose money, because buying mein the probability of winning is just 33%, because you want the market to go in your favor. If the market stays sideways or if the market goes against, you lose money. So chances of you losing money is 2 by 3, that is 67%. So in option buying, the probability of winning is 33% and probability of losing is 67%. Whereas in option selling, the probability of winning is 67, because even if the market stays sideways, you make money. But if the market goes against you, that is only when you lose money here. So probability of winning is higher for option selling. and probability of winning is lower for option buying here. ठीक है, so you buy an out of the money put of 24,850. so अब जब हम पुट बाई करते हैं हम ये एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे कि मार्केट करंट लेवल से नीचे आए, अगर वही के वही रह जाए तो लॉस हो जाएगा, ऊपर जाएगा तो भी लॉस हो जाएगा 32 का। 24,900 ये भी ऊपर है तो इसमें भी लॉस होगा, बट लेट्स से इट कम्स टू 24,700, you will make a profit of 150 points, that is 24,850 minus 700, but क्योंकि आपके जेब से 32 गया है, your net profit will be 118, and you multiply by the lot size, you will get the PNL for the second leg. So now we have the PNL for the first leg, now we have the PNL for the second leg, and now we get the net PNL. Since your view is bullish, if it stays, if it goes above, you will make money. You can see 4,650. अरे 4,650 कहाँ से आया, हमें यहाँ से आया। 62 जो आपका नेट रिसीवेबल था उसको आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे 75 से, you will receive 4,650. Now what is the spread difference here? 200. उसमें what is your receivable, that is 62. How much is 200 minus 62? And you multiply that into 75, you will get 10,350. So जो remaining है 10,350, that is your maximum loss in the strategy here. Always credit spreads में आप देखोगे, your max profit will be much lesser, but your maximum loss will be higher, but your probability of winning will be also be on the higher side. Whereas debit spreads में your maximum profit will be higher, your maximum loss will be lower, but the probability of winning will be on the lower side here. So 10,350 is your maximum loss, and that will happen when, so the break even is at the money put sell strike जो है, which is your 25,250, 25,050, उससे आप net premium जो receive है 62 का, उसको आप निकाल दोगे. So when you remove 25,050 minus 62, you go 24,988. So if it goes below, that is when you will lose money. 24,988 के नीचे you will have a maximum loss. But as long as it stays above 24,988, you will make a profit here. Is the bull put spread strategy clear, guys? If you all can let me know in the chat box. So we discussed debit spreads, credit spreads, low IV, high IV, bull call spread, bull put spread, scenario analysis for both the strategies here. All good until now? I hope आप सब मेरे साथ हो. All good, guys. If you all can let me know in the chat box. Now we have seen this calculation in Excel. Now let's go to Opstra. In fact, I wanted to show you all our strategy builder only, but again, due to some issues, I'm not able to show you the mobile app today, but we'll have a session on that. So, don't worry on that. But so you go to builder, and let's say you go to Nifty and your view is bullish, and you want to deploy a bull call spread. So you go to bull call spread, and let's say आपको 25,050 का कॉल बाय करना है और 25,250 का कॉल सेल करना है. एक्सपायरी यू कैन सेलेक्ट 14th October. लॉट साइज यू कैन डिपेंड, आपको एक लॉट से करना है, 2 लॉट से करना है. यू कैन क्लिक ऑन बाय. The moment you click on buy, so you will have the premiums here. आप देख सकते हो your probability of profit is lower, around 38%. Max profit we just discussed. Max loss, RR ratio is nothing but your risk to reward ratio. Break even, like I said, your buy strike plus your net paid, that is your break even. And you can see the margin is around 37. So roughly around 45 to 60,000 is the capital that is required. And here you can see the payoff graph. It's like a zigzag. This blue dotted line is your current day PNL, whereas this red line and the green lines are your expiry day PNL. So there are two types of PNL. One is your current day PNL and one is your expiry day PNL. Current day is अगर आज आपने डिप्लॉय किया, आज प्राइस ऊपर नीचे हुआ, तो आज का जो क्लोजिंग है उसके बेसिस पे आपका क्या PNL होगा. और एक्सपायरी के दिन अगर वो प्राइस वो लेवल पे क्लोज होता है तो आपका क्या PNL हो सकता है. So this dotted line that you see, that is T+0, that is today's PNL, whereas the red and the green lines that you see, अगर एक्सपायरी के दिन ये लेवल पे क्लोज होगा तो आपका क्या PNL हो सकता है. So that is why you have two lines, and that is what this blue dotted line denotes. Clear, guys? So this was your bull call spread strategy. So roughly the margin is around 37,000. So usually it is on the higher end. 45 to 50,000 is where 45 to 60,000 आपका margin लगेगा for a bull call spread strategy. Now let's reset and let's go to again bullish. Now let's say we want to do a credit spread strategy. We go to bull put spread. हमने यहाँ पे 25,050 का पुट सेल किया एट द मनी पुट, और नीचे 24,850 का पुट हमने बाई किया है 14th अक्टूबर एंड वी क्लिक ऑन सेल. एंड व्हेन वी डू दैट आप देख सकते हो योर in a credit spread, like I said, your probability of profit goes higher. Bull call spread में 38% था, whereas यहाँ पे 55% है. And even the maximum loss is 2 times, almost 2.5 times more than your maximum profit. Like I said, all credit spread strategies will have maximum loss more than your maximum profit. Break even कैसे calculate करते हैं? आपका sell strike minus your net premium received. As long as price is about 24,987, you will make money. But if it falls below 24,987, that is when you will lose money. Your so net credit हमने देखा, your जो आपका net receivable है, you multiply that by the lot size, that is your maximum profit. And for credit spread, the margin requirement is slightly higher. You might require close to 60 to 70,000 in your account to deploy a bull put spread strategy. So again, it's the same zigzag. You need the price to be above the break even. And this blue dotted line that you see is your current day PNL. अगर आज के दिन मान लो फॉर एग्जांपल अभी प्राइस है 25,046, right? And if it closes at 25,243 today, then today your PNL would be 3,525. But if it closes at 25,243 on your expiry day, then that PNL will be 4,759. So that is how you read the blue dotted line PNL and your red and green PNL here. So both इसमें एक zigzag आएगा आपको, and that is how the payoff for bull put spread is done here. So that was about your bull call spreads and bull put spread strategies. Of course, there are a lot of other two-leg strategies as well, which we will cover going forward. So we will have one session on strangles, both long strangles. Then we'll have one session on strangles. Then we will have sessions on butterfly and condors. Then we will have session on front spreads and back spreads. Then we will have a session on different variations of butterfly. So there is a normal butterfly, there is a broken wing butterfly, then there is a Batman strategy, which is a 6-leg strategy. So we'll keep having these sessions going forward so that you all can learn option strategies with us at ease. And going forward, I'll also ensure I'll show you the strategy builder feature on our app so that it will be very easier for you to even place orders, even if you want to deal in option strategies. Okay, so that was all about today's webinar, guys. I hope it was informative, and I hope you all were you all are comfortable now with those bullish option strategies today. So let's start with a Q&A. If you have any queries, doubts, you all can let me know in the chat box. Let's do a 5-minute Q&A session. अगर आपको कुछ क्वेरीज है, डाउट्स है, तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो. Is the market factoring no bad news, fear in the future and low volatility? Very difficult to understand what is happening right now. Gold prices are hitting all-time highs. Markets are almost sideways since the last 3 months. FIIs are not covering their shorts. Dollar is at elevated levels against the rupee. Dollar index has started doing well. Other Asian markets, money flows are going to the other Asian markets, Europe markets, US markets. FIIs have stayed away from Indian markets. Despite all the positives in Indian markets with the income tax cut, GST cut, with the festive season now, hopefully the credit growth should also improve going forward. But the last 3 months, even Q1 results were not that great. Well, so Q2 again, I think that is what will drive the momentum in the markets currently. So don't know. I think my only fear in the market is, why is gold rising so much? Is there something that we don't know what others know? I think that is only time will tell. But like I said, as long as there is uncertainty around the India-US ties, I don't see FIIs coming back. And unless and until they don't come back, we are not going to see that kind of volatility in the markets. FIIs are the ones who, and even you see, Jane Street का बीच में ban हुआ था, उसके बाद से it feels like almost the liquidity was sucked out of the system. I mean, there was no liquidity, especially when they got banned. And if you see the past post 1 week, post which they got banned, I mean, there was absolutely no liquidity in the market. So for liquidity, it's very important for FIIs to be back in the markets here. या क्वांटिटी शुड बी द सेम मित्तल जी. सो अगर आपने एक लॉट उसका बाई किया तो इसका भी एक लॉट सेल होना चाहिए एंड दोनों का एक्सपायरी भी सेम होना चाहिए. या MACD सेशन वी विल हैव समवेयर post Diwali or somewhere in the third week of, just maybe before Diwali, we'll have one session on MACD as well. Mittal ji, suppose market reversed, can we double the? No, don't do that, Mittal ji. So when you are entering, you enter together. When you are exiting, you exit both the legs together. ठीक है. I mean, don't go for doubling the buy quantity unless, see, if you feel, अगर आपने बुल कॉल स्प्रेड किया, अगर मान लो प्राइस काफी ऊपर चला गया, यू आर इन प्रॉफिट एंड यू फील अभी एक डायरेक्शन पकड़ेगा, देन यू कैन कैंसिल आउट दैट सेल ऑर्डर एंड यू कैन राइड इट. बट इफ इट गोज डाउन एंड यू फील लाइक अभी मैं बाई को हटा देता हूँ, सिर्फ सेल रखता हूँ, डोंट डू दैट. Unless and until you are very sure about the direction, don't do that. Don't change the quantities. See, there are different adjustments. I don't want to talk about adjustments now because that can mess up with your mind even more. But we'll have a separate discussion on adjustments later. But the first part is to understand. So at the time of enter together. At the time of exit together as well. India-US ties hopefully will be resolved. Hopefully, even the FIIs come back to our markets because we are kind of missing them. No doubt, we have the support from the DIIs and even the retail participation has increased. That has actually kept our market steady, in fact. Else, with the kind of FII selling, I don't know, we would have been somewhere at near about 21,000-22,000. Luckily, thanks to DIIs and retail, that FII blows have been largely dealt with. A good amount of DI and retail participation. Even in COVID, FIIs had not sold this much, and I don't know how till how long can the DIIs play this support game. Because, and for that, it's, see, as and when SIP, so SIP numbers are also very important to track. Because अगर आपका month on month अगर SIPs भी बढ़ जाता है, if it increasing, then DIIs have that cushion. But if, for example, agar by chance if that gets plateaued, or if we see people redeeming their positions, considering the fact that last 1 year, अगर जो पिछले अगर अक्टूबर में किसी ने स्टार्ट किया होगा इन्वेस्टिंग, वो एक साल में कोई रिटर्न ही नहीं देखा होगा. And the thing is, markets will keep testing your patience. You will keep on holding on. And the moment you feel, okay, now the market is not going anywhere, let me exit, that is when you will see the rally coming in the markets here. So let's see. I think once FIIs come back, it will be a cherry on the cake for our markets. Until then, I think we might still have to endure more tough days going forward. Yeah, Nifty versus gold. So you can see Nifty versus gold ratio is at all-time low. I think Nifty is significantly underperforming gold here. मतलब ऑलमोस्ट एक लो लेवल्स पे, ऐसे लेवल्स आई थिंक इसके पहले हमने कभी देखा ही नहीं है. Even if I look at 1 week chart, the last time when did this happen? This happened, let me see, this happened somewhere in the, just हम लोग कोविड लेवल्स टच करने को आ रहा है. ये जो निफ्टी बाय गोल्ड का रेशियो है, that is nearing about the 2020 levels here. So I think 0 point. So we have never seen, I think after 5 years, the ratio line has significant outperformance by gold, even silver as well. Even if we do Nifty futures by silver futures, even you can see even silver has been significantly outperforming Nifty. So again, if you see, we are near about the September 20 lows now. So again, it has come back to that level. Probably, uh, I think a COVID lows touch karega lagta hai. I think we might go until this point. So there is more fuel left in the rally for both silver and gold. Is there any reason to worry? And I don't, nothing that I can think of particularly, because I don't see anything wrong with the fundamentals. It's just that so we have the policy support. Uh, I think government support is also there. So policy stability, policy continuity, inflation is in control. RBI has gone for rate cuts. GST cuts has happened. So fundamentally, I don't see anything wrong with our economy. With a good GDP growth as well. Uh, you know, I think maybe the market is not factoring in, or maybe the market knows something that we don't know yet. So we'll have to wait and watch for the cues and see. I think one important will be the BR elections will be important, as what I feel. Considering Nitish Kumar's party is a part of NDA government. So any surprises there can, or maybe the markets are factoring any surprise there for that. I think it is in November. I'm not sure if the market is factoring any surprises there. I don't think there is going to be any surprise happening in Bihar, but I think that could kind of shake up things at the center as well. If something wrong goes in, if something goes wrong in Bihar. So I think that will be one major factor to look at. And I think apart from that, it's the deal that we agree with US. I think these two are the biggest concerns. And then obviously February will again have the budget. But considering we already had income tax cuts and GST cuts, I don't think we are going to have a great budget next year, considering a lot of benefits have already been passed on. Hopefully by then, even the India-US tariff thing should get sorted by then. See, somewhere it will correct, but right now gold is not in a mood to correct at this juncture. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, mid-market we keep discussing, we keep looking at the gold prices. So we'll come to know when the gold is topping out. So as of now, there are no signs of topping out here. But if there is any strong correction in gold, then hopefully our equities will start performing again. So I think when FIIs come back, probably then gold can underperform and our equities will start doing well. Okay. Yeah, so that was all about today's mid-market. Sorry, not mid-market. I think mid-market bol ke aadat ho gaya. So that was all about today's webinar on two-leg bullish option strategies. I hope it was informative, and I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. We'll meet tomorrow again at 12:30 for our mid-market session. So tomorrow we have the Sensex expiry as well, and let's see what the market has in store for us. So bye, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all soon tomorrow. Take care, guys. Stay safe.